Even if you have never drawn a specific creature before, you can use this simple approach to study them. Let's take this trash panda for example. I start by drawing a central line which acts as a guide for symmetry. Then I sketch the biggest shapes I can see, an oval for the head and these two shapes for the paws. They aren't even precise, you don't need to worry about it at this point. Then I add middle-sized shapes like the one for the mouth, two triangles for the ears and small circles for the eyes. Once I'm satisfied with the overall position of these shapes, I begin adding more details. I divide the paw shapes into individual fingers, pay attention to distances and proportions, and make adjustments if needed. Using a quite hard HB pencil and using it lightly allows me to correct any mistakes or messy lines as I go. Starting with the darkest values, I gradually add shading, working my way through mid-tones. For the finest details, I switch to a softer pencil. A mechanical pencil with 2B lead comes in handy for fine lines, hatching, or tiny details. I often use a blending stump. This is especially useful when capturing the fluffiness of an animal or when it's very smooth and fabulous. And for pinpoint erasing, like for white whiskers, this elastomer eraser provides the clean finish I'm looking for. So don't be intimidated if you haven't drawn some animal before. Observe the reference, embrace the simplicity of shapes, don't worry about the mistakes, and let your pencil bring them to life.
Because you guys said I went too fast in my last tutorial, here's an easy doodle idea that anyone can draw. First add 2 circles and connect them like this. Then add 2 little arms and a tail. You'll then want to add the 2 legs inside the bottom circle, then begin adding little bits of fur and draw in the paws. Then add in the face guides and draw more fur around the face. For the nose, draw a little triangle and an upside down Y for the mouth. And for the eyes, they kind of look like the shape of a lemon. Then draw a little fish for the cat and finally draw some stripes. And now you've successfully drawn a cat in a fishbowl.
It took me over a decade and dozens of sketchbooks to learn this one very simple art tip. This one tip is something that I wish I knew when I first started drawing. The other day I was looking through all of my sketchbooks and I noticed a very interesting trend. The first 4 or 3 pages usually had semi-decent art. Nothing too good, but it was very clearly high effort. Some of it was pretty trash, but that's because I was 5 at the time, and I couldn't really draw. But the point still stands. Sketchbook starts off extremely good, and then very, very, very quickly becomes awful. I go from making very high effort drawings to very low effort trash drawings. Now the reason for this is because whenever I got a new sketchbook, I would view it as a portfolio. I wanted to fill it with extremely good pieces of art to showcase my artistic abilities. And that's a huge mistake. Instead, your sketchbook should be for improving, studying things. These aren't going to always be the prettiest, nicest drawings, but it's really the only way you're going to be able to improve. If I spend all day exclusively drawing things that I'm good at, I'm never going to improve. It's really that simple. Another thing is that forcing yourself to make good art all the time eventually is going to lead you to burnout. And that's why the drawings go from very, very good to very, very bad, because you can only keep up that level of effort for so long. Now this really only applies if you draw every single day. Of course, if you take massive breaks between each drawing, then you can kind of do whatever.
Oh. So that's what the white pencil is for. That makes more sense.
Little John has been picking up garbage for 10 years. One day, he stumbled upon $500,000 at the dump.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I don't know. Something amazing, I guess.
Girl, we've been knowing how to draw.
Beatboxing puppy.
Huh?
Hi.
Mi lienzo de lineales de colores. Siempre había querido unos. Y, ajá, es bueno. ¡Ah, qué bonitos! Perdón la mala iluminación de antes. Ya prendí la lámpara. Yay. Aquí es cuando me doy cuenta que no debía haberlo sacado de la caja. Muy mal, Sam, muy mal. En fin, vamos a dibujar a Paimon. Porque yo no. Por cierto, antes de que me pregunten, no sé cómo conseguir los marcadores porque me los regalaron, así que, pues, no sé, igualmente les voy a escribir el nombre de la marca en los comentarios, para que luego ustedes puedan buscarlos independientemente. Pues ya terminé de hacer a Paimon, voy a poner de línea. Por cierto, no me alcanza el tiempo, pero está muy bonito pintar con ellos, me gustó mucho cómo pintaron y pues sí se los recomiendo. Y nada. Dibujar a Paimon.
If your drawings also reflect light like this, I think I found the solution. Faber-Castell sent me their new matte pencils which supposedly reflect less light, so let's see if they pass the test. To see the difference, I will use normal graphite pencils for half of the portrait and the matte ones for the other half. And as expected, the first one resulted in a lot of reflection, so let's see how the other ones do. Of course, firstly I had to sharpen them like that, but honestly, using those pencils was such a different experience. To reduce the reflection, they used a different formula, which really changes the feel of the pencil. But they also go up to 14B, which allows you to create incredible depth. Okay, now let's see the final result. Whoa, I love that! The reflection is not completely gone, but the difference is huge. And honestly, I'm just curious to try those on a bigger artwork. How about you? Do you face any challenges working with graphite?
Hoy vamos a hablar de las frentes grandes, porque ya he visto que os causan alguna inseguridad. Y hablo como una persona que tiene una frente bastante grande. De pequeña me molestaba muchísimo, porque hubo una época en la que se puso de moda medir la frente con los dedos. Y los niños son muy crueles y les gusta mucho reírse de aquello que no entienden y que ven diferente. Pero ¿sabéis que hubo una época en la que las frentes grandes fue un estallido de moda? ¿No veis que es un poquito cruel entender un rasgo físico como una moda, como algo de lo que reírte, cuando ni siquiera se puede cambiar?
I have two sides.
I am fucking crazy, but I am free.
You've heard this noise before. You dive across the floor. Try not to lose your head. Prepare for the horrors. This night will keep repeating over and over and over until you make it to the end. Burgalicious death. Burgalicious death. Burgalicious death. All that Burgalicious definition make them boys go crazy. They always claim they know me, coming to me, coming.
How to be creative, try testing your endurance. I ran out of white paint, so I'm using this iridescent medium, and you can only get it so smooth, so this is about good. Now turn your sketchbook into a notebook. And really, it doesn't have to be perfect. Because the H's are the star of our show. I'm 100 H's in, and I've learned I'm not the man I thought I was. But we persist. Now we're at 250, and I just did the math and realized how long this is gonna take. But we persist. Just hit 500, and my hand is starting to cramp up. But we persist. 1,000, and I forgot my own name. But I guess we're persisting. 2,000. Persist. Yeah, I really don't know if I enjoyed this. I also don't know how the H this happened on the edge, but we're done. Here's a close-up so you can really see some of their different personalities.
Jump scare warning. I don't know if you recognize me, but I used to be one of those lime lips artists on TikTok. Yeah, my old account at the time kind of blew up from these colored pencil realism portraits, but after that original account got banned, I kind of stopped making art and posting altogether. I spent a long time feeling very demotivated with art, but now it's summer and I'm gonna have more time. I decided to start up this account again to see if I'm still capable of drawing, so I'm not gonna stress myself too much over this. I wanted to keep things simple with this drawing. It's not that great, it's not as extravagant as my other stuff, and in the time I've been gone, I've been working on a style that isn't realism that I've been more excited about. I'm more of just having fun with making videos and art right now. If there's anything you guys want to see from me in terms of drawing or video style, let me know. And yeah, it's not that great, but here's the finished drawing. Comment if you know who it is.